Prince Harry landing in the UK completely alone on Monday, July 6, 2026, without Meghan or the kids, was honestly the first sign this whole trip was going sideways. Prince Harry, born September 15, 1984, is 41 years old. Meghan Markle, born August 4, 1981, is 44 years old. Their kids, Prince Archie, is now 7, and Princess Lilibet is now 5. The original media buzz from mid-June 2026 was that Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet were all coming to the UK together for a 5-day family trip. First family trip in 4 whole years. Then everything shifted. Harry arrived in London solo on Monday afternoon, July 6, 2026. Meghan and the kids stayed behind in Europe on holiday. That evening, Harry made a surprise appearance at the London premiere of Shoot the People, a documentary about his photographer friend, Masan Harriman. Harry showed up smiling with the director Andy Mundy Castle and broadcaster Afua Hirsch. His spokesperson told People that Harry was in good form and really happy to be back in the UK. Cute, but the family dynamic already looked messy from day one. Meghan being absent set the whole strange tone. Prince Harry publicly losing his massive court case against the Daily Mail's publisher, Associated Newspapers, on Tuesday, July 7, 2026, was honestly the most brutal moment of the entire UK trip. Mr. Justice Nicklin handed down the ruling in a huge 436-page written judgment. Harry lost every single one of 97 allegations. Absolute wipeout. Harry was joined in the case by 6 other high-profile co-claimants. Those included Sir Elton John and David Furnish, actress Elizabeth Hurley, model Sadie Frost, campaigner Baroness Doreen Lawrence, and Sir Simon Hughes. All 7 lost. The court held Harry and the group failed to prove their pleaded allegations. Then Harry issued a joint statement with Baroness Lawrence, calling it a complete and obvious whitewash. Their exact quote, "We came to court seeking justice and accountability, but we have received neither." Devastating loss. Meanwhile, Associated Newspapers called it an overwhelming victory for the Daily Mail. Their chairman, Paul Dacre, publicly said Harry had been drawn into a conspiracy against the free press. Then, a costs hearing was scheduled for July 29th to 30th, 2026. Associated Newspapers is seeking to recover £50 million in legal fees. Absolutely brutal financial hit for Harry mid-trip. The public back and forth between Prince Harry and Buckingham Palace over whether Harry could stay at a royal residence during his UK trip honestly exploded into full public drama on July 6th. Harry's spokesperson told the media that Harry had formally accepted the offer of accommodation for himself over the weekend. Then the offer was suddenly withdrawn. The spokesperson called this disappointing and said it was unclear why it happened after Harry had already accepted. Then Buckingham Palace fired back with the opposite version. Palace sources told CNN, People, and Newsweek that Harry had actually rejected the accommodation offer in writing on Saturday morning, July 4th. By the time he tried to accept, Palace staffing arrangements were already impossible. Buckingham Palace also told NBC News they were not commenting further. Absolute standoff. So Harry ended up staying somewhere else entirely for the whole trip. Where he actually stayed is officially unconfirmed. The Mirror suggested he stayed at Althorpe, Diana's family estate in Northamptonshire, but that has never been verified. Whatever the truth about who backed out first, this whole accommodation mess made the trip look chaotic before it had even really started. Not the smooth family reunion visit anyone imagined. King Charles finally meeting his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, at Highgrove House on Friday, July 10th, 2026, was honestly the emotional peak of the whole trip. King Charles III, born November 14th, 1948, is now 77 years old. He is still in ongoing cancer treatment, which the palace has described as being in a precautionary phase. He has never been declared in remission. Buckingham Palace officially confirmed on the evening of Friday, July 10th, 2026, that Charles and Queen Camilla, who is 78, had hosted Prince Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet at Highgrove House in Gloucestershire that afternoon. Massive family moment. The palace described the meeting as a private family occasion. No photos were released. This was the first time Charles had seen Archie and Lilibet in person in over 4 whole years. The previous family visit was Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee back in June 2022. Lilibet only met Charles once at that Jubilee. Archie has barely seen his grandfather in his entire life, so Charles finally getting to spend private time with his American-based grandchildren before any health complications is genuinely huge. The whole Highgrove afternoon was reportedly emotional. Meghan quietly flew in from Europe with the kids specifically for this reunion. Prince William refusing to attend the Highgrove reunion with his own brother is honestly the harshest sibling rejection in modern royal history. Prince William, born June 21, 1982, is now 44 years old. On Friday, July 10, 2026, while King Charles was hosting Prince Harry, Meghan, and the kids privately at Highgrove, William was completely deliberately elsewhere. William chose to play in the Royal Charity Polo Cup at Guards Polo Club in Windsor that same day. It was his 15th time playing in the annual charity polo event.
Please welcome to the field His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales.
Princess Catherine, who is 44 years old, actually watched from the sidelines. It was Catherine's first appearance at that particular event since 2023. She was also her first major overseas trip in May 2026 to Reggio Emilia, Italy, after being declared in remission from her own cancer on January 14, 2025. So while Charles and Camilla welcomed Harry's whole family to Highgrove, William and Catherine went to a polo match. Absolutely brutal calendar clash. The BBC royal correspondents confirmed the harsh reality. Their exact reporting: the brothers' relationship remains broken, and there are no plans for them to meet while Harry and Meghan are in the UK. So no William reunion happened. William doubled down on freeze, devastating for Harry personally. Meghan Markle completely skipping every single public event during the entire UK trip is honestly the most strategic PR move of the whole visit. Meghan appeared only privately at the King Charles Highgrove reunion on July 10, 2026. Zero photos, zero red carpets, zero public appearances. Meghan and the kids also stayed on holiday in Europe throughout most of the week Harry was in London. She flew in late specifically for the Highgrove meeting only. Now, the strategy behind this decision honestly makes complete sense. Per the April 2026 YouGov tracker, only 20% of Britons hold a positive opinion of Meghan. Meanwhile, 66% hold a negative opinion. Meghan's public appearances in the UK genuinely bring out huge backlash from the British public. So Meghan wisely chose invisibility for the whole trip. She dodged the press entirely. She dodged photo ops. She dodged the massive Associated Newspapers court loss that dominated Harry's Tuesday. She dodged the accommodation drama chaos. Meghan reportedly wanted a private photo with King Charles at Highgrove, but that request was never publicly confirmed. Whatever her real motivations, the invisible Meghan strategy actually worked. She stayed out of the negative headlines. Harry took all the public heat instead. Genuinely smart PR maneuver from Meghan, honestly. Prince Harry losing his UK security protection is why this whole trip became genuinely dangerous for his family. Harry's family lost their taxpayer-funded police protection after the couple stepped back as senior royals in 2020. Then Harry lost his UK Court of Appeal challenge back in May 2025. The case was called R. Duke of Sussex v. Home Secretary. The court ruled the Security Committee, RAVEC, had acted lawfully in the original 2020 decision. So Harry has zero automatic UK police protection anywhere now. Then in October 2025, Harry wrote to UK Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood requesting a fresh review of his security. A new risk management board process began around December 2025 or January 2026. But for this July 2026 trip, the UK government refused to grant Harry any police protection outside official royal residences. Harry had to make private security arrangements at his own personal expense. The stated reason Meghan and the kids skipped the public London leg was directly this security dispute. So Meghan and the kids only appeared privately at Highgrove because that's technically a royal residence with existing security infrastructure. That's why the whole family reunion was so heavily restricted. Everything about this UK trip has been shaped by the security battle, honestly.